this video, I will tell you and explain you how my students learn Argentinian Spanish to travel to Argentina in a record time. First of all, I would like to tell you that there are three different types of students, three different types of travelers. The first is a common traveler, someone who just wants to travel to Argentina, just want to have casual trips, just would like to visit different places, different provinces, different states of Argentina. The second is a new resident here, someone who would like to start living here in my country, someone who will stay here in this country. And the third one is a businessman, someone who will start working here in Argentina, someone who will start a new business here in Argentina or investing here in Argentina. For these three different type of people, they all need exactly the same. They need or they have to learn Argentinian Spanish because everything that they want to do, it is here in my country. And it doesn't matter if you're a businessman, it doesn't matter if you're a new resident or if you are a casual traveler or just a traveler. You must learn Argentinian Spanish if you would like to make your life easier. This is a foreign country for you. Nobody understands you. Nobody will ever talk to you. Nobody speaks English and nobody cares about you just because you don't speak our language. We cannot communicate with you, so we don't care about you. This basically leads to problems. Everything will be slower. You will be a solitary person and you will be dependent on someone else. So here you have four problems that these three different type of people, that is different type of travelers will have and you will have if you are here in Argentina and you don't speak our language. So I have been working with these three different type of people and I have taught them how to learn Argentinian Spanish in a record time. They all have learned Argentinian Spanish and they had amazing results with their Spanish for living, for traveling, for business here in Argentina. You can see all my testimonies in my YouTube channel that have videos with my students, and you can also find it on my webpage, my LinkedIn, my Instagram. So right now, I'm gonna tell you my methods. Right now, I'm gonna tell you how we did it. The first thing that we focus on my academy, the first thing that we focus on my program with my students, working with my students, is start speaking Spanish, start speaking Argentinian Spanish from day one. Because the most important thing for a traveler, the most important thing for a businessman, a new resident, is to start speaking from day one. For the simple reason that starting from day one that you're here in Argentina, you will have to speak. There's no way you're here first day and you don't speak any single word in Spanish. Because everyone here speaks Spanish, everyone will start speaking Spanish to you. Nobody speaks English, nobody speaks Russian, Chinese, or any other language here, just Spanish. So even though that you may be thinking, oh, I don't care, I will not start speaking Spanish from day one in Argentina just because I don't want to, or just because I would like to wait until I have a great Spanish to try, or because I'm shy, whatever your reason may be. Nobody cares here in Argentina and everyone will start speaking to you in Spanish. You will have uncomfortable moments, you will have problems, and many bad things, little or big, will start happening to you just because you don't control, you don't manage, you cannot speak our language. And for that reason, and because it's an urgent need, in my academy, in my program, we start speaking Spanish from day one. That's why it is so important. That's why I think that the first thing that you have to do if you would like to visit Argentina is to start speaking Spanish from day one. If you start working with a teacher, if you start working with group lessons, if you will start working with your friends learning Spanish, if you will start with Duolingo, a book or something, whatever you have in your hands, whatever you can start doing, you have to start speaking from day one. Because in Argentina, you will start speaking from day one. So this is one of the main reasons my students learn Argentinian Spanish in a record time, because we start speaking from day one until day 300, until day 60, until day 100. It doesn't matter. We will start speaking from day one until we finish working together. So I, for example, can tell you two different examples. The first is with my academy. We work 3 times per week with all my different students, and we all speak just in Spanish. Within the first month, we all start speaking in Spanish, and we have all our lessons just in Spanish. Why? Because we started to work on this from day one. So after first month, we started speaking Spanish because we've been speaking Spanish for over 13 lessons, which is over 13 hours of just speaking Spanish. Exactly the same in our program, which is way intensier, and we even started speaking Spanish much earlier. Yeah, because we start speaking Spanish much earlier and for much longer. And another example, in my academy, with my students, we work with group lessons, and for absolute beginners, we work for 6 months long. Why such time? Because we work 3 times per week, 12 lessons in a month. We keep it simple and not taking much time because people have to work, has a family, sometimes we cannot work every single day, every single hour of our day in our Spanish. So I did it like this. And after finishing this 6 months, we were speaking Spanish for over 80 hours. 80 hours just speaking in Spanish. So of course, everyone that can achieve that time working on their Spanish, everyone that can be speaking Spanish for over 80 hours, of course we'll start speaking in a record time. And that's why all my students start speaking in such a little time. Now, the second reason my students learn Argentinian Spanish in record time is because we focus on the most important things and the exact vocabulary that you will start using from day one in Argentina. This is, I write down this because it is important, you must focus on this too. We focus on vocabulary for traveling because we cannot be wasting our time on things that are not useful for us right away. If you will travel to Argentina, starting from day one, then you will have to speak Spanish from day one. Now, the second thing is that even though you can speak a little Spanish, you can speak Spanish very well, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a specific vocabulary for traveling, it doesn't make sense. It will not be helpful for you because you don't know how to say towel, you don't know how to say water, you don't know how to say go, I need help, where is this, I have to buy something, money, and words like this. A specific word for traveling, it doesn't matter how well your grammar is, it doesn't matter how many things you know about science in Spanish, it doesn't matter how well you speak Spanish, just because you don't know these super basic things. So in my lessons, in my program, in my academy, we only focus on this. We don't talk about politics, we don't talk about economy, we don't talk about philosophy, we don't talk about anything of this, just because it is not useful for us right away. And if you're a scientist and you're coming here for work, of course you have to focus on science in Spanish, in Argentinian Spanish, because you need that right now. But I only work with travelers, people that needs very specific Spanish. They do not need to waste their time on stupid things. They do not need to waste time on things that are not useful right now. So this is the second reason my students started speaking Argentinian Spanish in a record time. So we started speaking from day one. Then we only focus on vocabulary for traveling. So we have a lot of practice here on all of this type of vocabulary. We only talk about this. So once you get to Argentina, you already have all the tools, you already have all this vocabulary that you need for your trip and while you stay here. And you already have all the practice that you needed to start speaking here because you can already speak Spanish because we've been working on just speaking for over 18 hours and now you can speak a lot. So this is what I do with my students and that's why they all learn in a record time. Now you must write down this and start working on this. Start seeing the results. It doesn't matter if you start with a teacher, a book, games, I don't know. Use what you think is the best for you. Now, I would like to tell you the last thing and one of the most important things of all, and one of the main reasons my students start speaking Argentinian Spanish in such a record time. So the third thing is that we focus on Argentinian Spanish. You already know that Argentinian Spanish is more like a dialect rather than just the neutral Spanish. Here we have our own pronunciation, our own vocabulary, our own grammar, and everything is totally different in Argentinian Spanish. So for example, if you follow the previous rules that I just told you, it will be useful for neutral Spanish. But then if you skip the third step, everything that you will be doing, everything that you have been working on will not be useful here in Argentina. Because just starting from day one, you will not understand people. Why? Because we have different pronunciation. We have different words. We have different grammar. Everything is different. So you will say, this is not Spanish. What kind of language are they speaking? Okay, so because you didn't do your research, you didn't even know this, you didn't take this as important as it was, now you're having this problem or you will have this problem. And that's why in my academy, in my program, we work on Argentinian Spanish. We work a lot in Argentinian Spanish and we only speak Argentinian Spanish. So here you have the three keys, here you have my method, and this is the main reason behind why my students learn Argentinian Spanish in record time. So here, as you can see, that's all my secrets. I don't have any other secret that I'm not telling you. If you follow these 3 steps, you will absolutely have an amazing Spanish in just a short time, as it is 4 months, as it is 6 months. You just need to work hard on this, or at least start working right now on this on your own, with a teacher, with a book, with videos like this here on YouTube, with a friend, with someone that you know, with ChatGPT. I don't know. You have to find the best option for you. In my personal case, I think that the best option is working one-on-one with the teacher or start working with group lessons. Or you can even do it with a book. But then if you're working on your own or you're working with a book, the biggest problem of all is that you will not start speaking from day one. And that's the most important part of all, because you have to speak here in Argentina. You could just read things, but if you don't speak to people, if you don't talk to people, everything you know is not useful at all, because you just cannot say anything, you just cannot communicate with anyone, and that's a big problem. So I told you, we only focus on important things. This is vocabulary for traveling. Then we only focus on Argentinian Spanish. We don't care about any other dialect, we don't care about any other Spanish. We only focus on Argentinian Spanish, and you will start speaking Argentinian Spanish from day one, because just when you get to Argentina, you will have to speak Spanish, you will have to speak Argentinian Spanish from day one. And as we do all of the three things at the same time, that's why my students learn Argentinian Spanish in such a record time, because we only focus on the important things and the exact vocabulary that you will start using from day one here in my country, from day one here in Argentina. So that's all my secrets, that's all you need to know, and everything that I just said is the things that Spanish schools never tell you. Why? Because Spanish schools don't want you to learn on your own. Spanish school don't want you to know the secret, let's say. Spanish school just wants to keep you in their schools. Spanish schools just wants you to learn as slowly as possible, just because they want you to keep you there for as long as possible, because this is a business. And I'm here in a business too, but here I really want to help people, and I really want to tell you all my secrets. And if I'm helping someone there who can follow these steps, you will have a beautiful life here in my country. You will help Argentinian people to recover of our previous situation, and we will start being an amazing country, as I hope it will be in the future. So this is all you need to know about my academy. This is all you need to know about my program. These are all the secrets, all the key things that you have to do if you would like to start speaking Argentinian Spanish as fast as possible for travelers, for new residents, and even businessmen. And if you would like to start working on this, do it the most effective way and the fastest way possible to learn Argentinian Spanish, I would like to invite you to my academy, Spanish Mindset. I've just opened 3 new group classes where you can join with in many different time zones, morning, afternoon, and even night. And also, if you would like to work one-on-one with me, you can do it with my program, which is more intensive and more specific for your very specific situation. So you can see all the information in the description. You can see all the information in the link on my webpage. So thank you very much for watching this, and I hope that I have helped you with this video.